But spiders are actually some of the coolest animals in the world. So to cure my mom's fear of spiders, I'm gonna buy the coolest spider species in the world, which is called a Goliath bird-eating tarantula. Supposedly, this spider will be able to grow up to a foot long, shoot poisonous hairs out of its back, and yes, literally
that
yeah, my mom's gonna love it. Anyways, the first step to keeping one of these as a pet is to buy it. And since Goliath bird-eating tarantulas are so exotic, the only place I can get one is online for $100. Alright, I guess let me just buy this thing at the cart, check out, and there we go. It says it's gonna be here in 7 days. So to prepare for when it arrived, I went out and bought an enclosure and $400 worth of supplies. That would let me build a tarantula dream home that would have everything it could possibly want. Then when finished, I'll be showing the tarantula to my mom. Okay, let's get to building. I think the first step to making this enclosure is to create the backdrop. Now this repti habitat kind of already comes equipped with this paper rainforest backdrop, but it's paper. Get this trash out of here. I'm gonna make this thing actually look good, and to do so I have some spray foam which I gotta shake up and spray all along the back of the glass. But I'm trying to make this backdrop look like an actual forest, and this obviously doesn't look like a forest. So I quickly covered most of it with some pieces of wood before it dried, and then I hit the rest of the foam with some dirt. But that's only the first step. I've still got tons more stuff planned for this tarantula, like building a custom burrow for it with literal furniture inside. Yes, I am going all out. But before I'm able to do that, I need to first create the floor, which I'll start by using these leca balls. Oh, they're falling out. Which will be used to create the drainage layer. And by putting this layer of weed barrier on top, it will allow water to pass through, but not stuff like dirt, which will help prevent mold outbreaks. Now, obviously, to finish the floor, I've got to add dirt on top of the drainage layer, which for some reason, the dirt I bought is compressed into this brick. I don't know who made the dirt into a brick. That's kind of dumb. Anyways, to expand it, I just have to add water, do some mixing, and it ends up looking like dirt, as you'd expect. But to make the dirt even more natural looking, I mixed in some moss, bark, leaves, and potting soil mixed with...
Yeah, valid.
I definitely would have skipped this.
Make your browser fast.
Yeah.
Make your browser safe.
Yeah, I hear.
Which ended up looking pretty nice. The floor is now done, and you might still be thinking this enclosure is overall pretty ugly, and I'd probably have to agree with you on that, but of course I'm not done yet. And I've still got some crazy stuff planned to prove to my mom that spiders are cool. But before I can do any of that, let's make this enclosure actually look nice with plants and decorations. To start off, let me drive off to the plant store, also known as Walmart, and pick out some pretty plants. And while I was there, I also had to buy some Mr. Beast chocolate because he keeps telling me to buy them every time I watch his videos.
Kind of unrelated with the video, I just wanted to try it.
Yeah, I've never tried.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, the plants have all been acquired, but now I've got to get some moss. Now, unfortunately, the only type of moss stores near me sell is sphagnum moss, and this stuff is ugly. To make the enclosure actually look good, I need to get carpet moss, which can only be obtained by going outside. So, I gotta go outside. Yo, look at this. They got moss and cobblestone from Minecraft in real life. Okay, I don't really know how moss works. Can I just, like, grab it? Yeah, that kind of works. So I got out some bags and got to grabbing it and putting it in the bag. So now I had everything I needed, and I got straight to the decorating process. Decorating is a skill that must be acquired from years of experience and wisdom, which is why I am so good at it. After the plants, I scattered around some wood, which I bought from Amazon, and finally I put this super cool looking skull in there, because, you know, tarantulas, they're deadly, and skulls, I don't know, it looks cool. Oh my god, look at this terrarium right now. This is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's kind of beautiful. It's pretty good. Now, I could just leave it at this and add the bird-eating tarantula right now, but if I really want to prove to my mom that spiders are cool, I'm gonna have to create even more stuff in this enclosure to impress her and, of course, the tarantula too. So, like I said earlier,
bro. Okay, food comes after.
Earlier in the video, I'm gonna create a luxurious burrow for the tarantula to sleep in. So for the base,
what the hell is the point of that? It's gonna literally dig into the floor and just sleep there. There's no point.
I dug out a nice big area right next to the glass, and I put a little cork bark log on top to make it nice and dark inside. But of course, this is just a normal burrow, and I'm gonna make this thing luxurious. So to do so, I'm gonna add some decorations inside, like a picture on the wall and a rug on the floor. Firstly, I'll do the picture frame, which I designed on my computer to be a nice, beautiful picture of a bird, which supposedly the Goliath bird-eating tarantula is gonna be able to eat, which later in this video, I'll be testing to see if that's actually possible. Anyways, to finish this picture, I drove to the store to print it out, and did some arts and crafts to glue the picture onto the picture frame. Okay, you gotta admit, I am an artist. I drew this picture from scratch. That
Bro, my wife
deserves, yeah, you see that, what that says? Yeah, you gotta do that. Just scroll down and do that right now. Just do it, please. Also, I don't know why my fingers are green, so don't ask. There we go, baby. We can check the picture frame off. Now let's finish this burrow with a rug. To create the rug, I was gonna originally just cut a piece of the living room rug off, but I realized if I did that, my mom might get mad. So instead, I got some leftover carpet moss and just slid that in there like that. Oh, dang, this moss actually looks super comfy. I bet the spider's gonna have a nice time sleeping on that fluffiness, comfiness moss. Yeah, that's pretty comfortable. Now for the final step of creating the tarantula's dream enclosure, we need to make make it bioactive. And what that means is basically just add some tiny life into it to make it into a real ecosystem. So first I got silver, wait 1 second. Silver springtails, which are so tiny that I have to get a special zoom lens just to be able to barely see one of them. There's about 1,000 of those guys in all of these rocks. So I'm just gonna scatter them around the enclosure like this. These springtails apparently eat decaying matter and help with the natural decomposition process. Yeah, I don't really know what that means, and I don't really care about all that. I just think they look cool, so that's why I'm adding them. And speaking of cool looking stuff, check these guys out. These are Oreo isopods, which are basically just roly-polies. Except they got the colors of Oreo cookies, so they're way cooler. Well, welcome.
Bro, I remember when I always used to play with them. I know that's kind of weird. I'll just play with them, like move them, and you just use your fingers to just flip them, like as you're playing soccer. Use them as like soccer balls. That's only when you got like extremely bored and shit.
Welcome to your new home, boys. If the tarantula gets hungry, he might just eat you guys. So, sorry about that. And okay, they're already escaping. Stupid bug. To finish off the process of making it bioactive, I gotta create the ability to simulate weather events. So I got a water misting machine and a fog machine to create rain and fog, obviously. Wow, very cool. And of course, I can create lightning by flipping my studio light on and off. This natural enclosure is completely finished and ready for the bird-eating tarantula to live in it. And after adding him into the enclosure, I'll be showing off his unique abilities and seeing if he can actually eat a bird, all in front of my mom, to see if I can convince her that spiders are actually cool. So yeah, the spider will be delivered later today.
The webs literally paralyze people. It doesn't affect humans because like we're too big, but like still. It paralyzes all the not small animals, basically. Small things.
This is it. The tarantula is in this box. And oh shoot, I dropped it. Oh shoot, I just stepped on it. Oh no. I'm just kidding. The tarantula is actually safe and sound in this little temporary enclosure I put him in. And well, here it is, the Goliath bird-eating tarantula. And I know it may just look like any ordinary tarantula, but in reality, this is literally just a baby. Yeah, this thing will eventually grow to be a foot long. I don't even know if it's gonna fit in this enclosure. Anyways, to add the tarantula into its new home, I got some safety equipment and moved his container into the enclosure. Okay, well, the spider is in his new home now, and okay, I think he's sleeping. Since spiders are nocturnal, I turned off the lights to trick him into thinking it was nighttime so he would move around. And of course, it worked. Yeah, spiders are pretty stupid. Eventually, he even made his way into the burrow I built for him. But my mom is still at work, so before she gets home, I'm gonna make sure the spider is nice and hungry by feeding it a juicy cricket. And when my mom gets home, we'll be feeding him much more. Anyways, for now, I turned off the lights to get the tarantula into predator mode, and then I dropped the cricket inside. You see, tarantulas like mine have thousands of tiny hairs that pick up vibrations in the air. So this bird-eating tarantula knew there was a cricket standing right next to him. And a few moments later, he made his move.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think we know the tarantula's pretty hungry now. So let me wait for my mom to get home, and we'll show her how cool this spider is. This is gonna be fun.
Bro, you should put the bread in there already, bro. Shouldn't see that.
In there. Can you
She's actually nice.
Inside of the enclosure?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't want to.
It's like watching National Geographic. If you think about it.
Is it really poisonous?
A mini
Yeah,
version.
if it bites you, you'll probably get
Your
it.
mom's
Probably
kinda
might
bad,
die.
though.
But, okay, do you want to...
Yeah, how old is mom? Was she like 21?
know where it is and see it?
Not really.
Okay, well, you're
Is
gonna
it
have to.
underneath that? Right there?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you just let that, yo, I'm out here, bro.
Oh my god, dude. Are you serious? God, no. I hate spiders. It's not funny.
I've got this.
Why is she trying to hypnotize me, bro?
Basically, it's gonna grow to 11 inches long.
no.
So if its legs are out, it'll go like that long. Now, I wanted to find out if the tarantula is actually capable of eating a bird. So I got a frozen mouse from Petco to simulate the scenario because obviously I couldn't feed it a real bird. Basically, in this bag is a frozen mouse from Petco, and it's humane and everything, and it's important to feed the tarantula a variety of food. I just need you to take the handle.
Oh my god.
It's definitely gonna eat it, bro.
You're not gonna. Okay, just do it.
Math?
I'll move it in closer.
Yeah.
So it's just holding onto the mouse, and it just puts its fangs into it.
Oh my.
Oh, it just hit the back of its abdomen, and you see those little orange hairs on it?
Yeah.
Whenever it hits the back of the abdomen, those fly in the air and they go in your eyes and poison your
What
eyes.
the-
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Can it do that to humans?
Yeah, you stand too close of it, your eyes are gonna get super rashed.
What?
Hey, yeah, red eyes, yeah.
Can you just stick out your hand like this, and then stick it inside and pick up the tarantula?
Oh, no.
It's fine, it doesn't even hurt
Oh,
if it
yeah,
bites.
sure.
I just showed you everything it has to offer. Do you think this is cool, and did I change your mind about spiders?
Absolutely not.
I didn't change your mind about
Nope,
spiders?
nope, we gotta get rid of it.
Okay, well, I guess in hindsight, maybe buying the biggest tarantula in the world wasn't a good idea to cure my mom's fear of spiders. Well, this
11
tarantula will make a
inches is
good
kinda
addition to my
crazy,
pet
though.
collection. And since he doesn't have a name yet, whatever the most liked comment on this video is, will be what I name it.
Jeffrey.
I'll literally...
Jeffrey, I'm putting that shit, bro. Name that shit fucking Jeffrey. That's what they hear at. Stomps on it? I'm not clicking it. He did not stomp on nothing else. Oh yeah, he technically did. This nigga got a pet fucking Black Widow, bro. One bite in you is sending you to fucking heaven. He actually needs to lock the fuck in, bro. He needs to lock in. One bite and you straight to the gulag and shit. Crazy, bro.